When the problems of the real galaxy are too much to bear, retreat into the comforting bosom of Marvel and their superheroes in space for a lighthearted, low-effort action RPG that answers the ever-pressing question, what if Cowboy Bebop was written by Joss Whedon? Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Join your favorite ragtag crew of interstellar misfits on another misadventure through the universe as you take the role of everyone's favorite Han Solo knockoff, Star-Lord.
Sun-Lord, right?
It's Star-Lord.
A character whose main superpower is having guns. And join up with this adventuring party of Ent, 2 orcs, and a raccoon with a grenade launcher as they nobly quest to fix the things they screwed up in the first hour of the game. And watch an absolute pile of cutscenes along the way in a gaming experience that's shockingly close to feeling like watching an actual Guardians movie. As long as you don't mind that every character sounds just a little bit wrong.
Tathian warriors often ride into battle completely naked.
Keep your pants on.
Although it could be used as a distraction.
Because Chris Pratt was too busy sleeping on a Scrooge McDuck-style heap of golden coins to show up for VO sessions.
First, of course, is Mario, who will be played by Chris Pratt. He's so cool.
Experience the future of the licensed movie game, where like 90% of the experience is just listening to the characters quip at each other.
Is that my toothbrush? It fits in the small cracks.
Oh, Rocket, please!
Either in long cutscene sequences that are almost Metal Gear length, or in the background as you do some extremely simple platforming or puzzling, till you're occasionally presented with some Mass Effect-esque decision wheels to make dialogue choices that really don't choose anything except for which budget store punchline you're about to hear.
At least we'll have time to think about our sales pitch.
Small furry creature, lightly used.
Or suddenly given a QuickTime event after 10 minutes of straight dialogue, basically ensuring that you'll screw it up and have to watch like a minute of cutscenes again. In a side story that is 100% banking on the idea that you already love these characters and would pay $60 to listen to them talk a lot for 15 to 20 hours. Let's not kid ourselves, you absolutely would, you filthy pay pigs. Explore the vastness of the galaxy with the Guardians, by which I mean walk down a hallway for basically the entire game, as Guardians presents you with an extremely linear adventure that only occasionally even pretends to branch out, where you'll spend almost all your time in a Gears of War style walk and talk, while you do basic traversal things that are legally required to be in all video games now. Pick up collectibles and upgrade items to juice up your powers, and sometimes end the franchise early and anticlimactically by tossing yourself into a void, until you eventually run into some combat and have to actually play a video game, in a game design that closely mirrors the Marvel movie watching experience, by kinda just being one. Blast through the most engaging portion of Guardians gameplay, the actual combat, where you'll be treated to a light action RPG system surprisingly reminiscent of Final Fantasy XV, as you freely run around in combat zones, blasting away at goofy space blobs or whatever, changing ammo types to exploit their clearly telegraphed weaknesses, or just slapping furiously at your teammates' powers while tactically running away, and watch the AI do all the work for you, until you activate your huddle powers and inspire your teammates with some grade C motivational speaking, which somehow inspires them to beat twice as much ass, in combat that's surprisingly engaging for the literal sleepwalk the rest of the game is, but that's about as customizable and replayable as an actual film. So strap on those rocket boots and/or raccoons, and pump those cheaply licensable 80s tunes for a fun romp through a safe and recognizable franchise that's still a pretty good time despite the fact that it barely requires the player to be sentient, because after that one Avengers game, the bar for Marvel games is so low you could trip over it. Starring Space Macklemore, Humorless Shrek, I Am Repetitive, Wicked, and Conker's Bad Fur Day. Marvel's Guardians of the Adequacy. Good or bad, you gotta respect a game that's turned rickrolling into a mechanic. Tell us what you'd like to hear in my epic voice in the comments below. Hello, Chief. Get up and we stay. We'll review Dragon Age after the new Grand Theft Auto comes out and Skyrim's final re-release. Do not be too hasty entering that room. I had Taco Bell for lunch. Throw the cheese, for it is our savior. You are so useless, Leroy.